Pollinators are becoming quite the hot topic today. Who are they, and what group of invertebrates are vital to performing these essential tasks? My goodness, look at that, right on cue. Well, some of the answers may or may not be what you're expecting. Pollinators are the backbone of flower reproduction. More than 85% of flowering plants depend on pollinators. It is estimated that 1 in every 3 mouthfuls of food and drink traces its way back to a pollinator. Not only does this include plants that need pollination to produce fruit, but vegetables for seed production, livestock depends on crops and forage legumes, and even some oils are pollinator dependent, such as canola, sunflower, and safflower oil. Fruits and seeds are a major food source for wildlife, and many of the pollinators themselves are food for animals and their offspring, such as baby quails. So who are the primary pollinators, and which group is the most essential? While birds and bats can be pollinators too, we're going to focus on the majority, which lies within the world of insects. Our first and well-known group of pollinators is in the order Lepidoptera, the moths and butterflies. Butterflies are very active during the day and visit a variety of flowers, probing for nectar to fuel their flight. Butterflies typically rely on their vision rather than their sense of smell when looking for blooming plants to feed on. After dark, the moths take over the night shift, though there are some day-flying moths too. The night-flying pollinators heavily rely on scent to find flowers. A recent study has shown that night pollination can noticeably increase flower reproduction. Therefore, without the night pollinators, the day pollinators would be negatively affected. A less well-known group of pollinators is in the order Coleoptera, the beetles. Beetles were among some of the first insects to visit flowers. While most flowers today did not evolve in parallel with beetle pollination, some close descendants of ancient flowers are specifically designed for beetle pollination, such as magnolias, water lilies, and the spice bush as seen here. Many people view the order Diptera, which contains flies, as nasty pests. Flies are actually indispensable pollinators. Some are even specialists, such as the case with the Dutchman's pipevine and its only pollinator, the fungus gnat, while other flies are generalists, visiting many different flowers and are often mistaken for bees. This brings us to the order Hymenoptera, bees and wasps. While wasps can be pollinators, it is the bees that rise above at this task. Unlike other insects that are visiting flowers only to feed and essentially carry pollen purely by association with the flower, bees not only nectar for fuel, but intentionally collect and transfer pollen to feed their young. You can see the orange pollen this bumblebee has collected on its hind legs. Bees also exhibit a behavior called flower constancy. They will visit the same species of flower over and over again, moving the right pollen to the right flower. Though honeybees are most commonly thought of when talking about saving the pollinators, in the United States, they are a non-native species, and when talking about conservation in the U.S., honeybees should be considered more of a livestock animal and are not endangered of extinction, which can be the case with many native bees. There are around 1,600 species of native bees in California, and they are more efficient pollinators than the honeybee. The role of native bees in crop production has mostly been underappreciated. When it comes to pollination, without a doubt, the native bees win the overall title of the most essential pollinators. For more information on pollinator conservation, I highly encourage you to visit the Xerces Society webpage, xerces.org, or the Xerces Society YouTube channel for an informative talk on the natural history of North American pollinators.